Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, namo namaha, jai Ganesha. Please visit our website at classicalyoga.org, and there is a donate button if you would like to help us out. And please stand up for the Hindu, yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. We've done podcasts before on karma yoga, but let's revisit this again. So remember that the Sanskrit Tamil Hindu word yoga, yogam, actually has nothing to do with the physical body. So sad it's been distorted into that today. Yuj Atman Brahmancha. To yoke Yuj, Y-O-K-E, to one's Atmana and Brahman. Soul and soul source, if you will, but it's a bit different. This is why the prefix is so necessary to define how Hindus are achieving this Atmadarshana Paramo Dharma, realizing one's inner nature, which Hindus call the Atmana, which is not the mind or the body or the emotions, temporarily inhabiting a body, mind, and emotions. And it is an experience of Sat Chit Ananda, pure consciousness, pure existence, pure energy, sound energy, light energy, heat energy, which becomes the human emotion of bliss or love, Ananda, Sat Chit Ananda, love, light, and energy. Om, this are we with emotions, mind, and body. So to achieve this ongoing realization of one's inner essence, Hindus do in order karma yoga, Hindu ethics and selfless service, seva; bhakti yoga, Hindu devotions; raja yoga, Hindu contemplations; Dhyan yoga, outer and inner study, or the samadhi experience, enlightenment. And within these classic four yogas, of course, we have Hatha yoga, Hindu devotional postures. And please remember that, ironically, Hatha yoga was the only one that the rishis said keep secret, and we missed that opportunity. It's obviously way out there. We have mantra yoga, Hindu devotional chants; japa yoga, Hindu devotional chants on beads; nada yoga, Hindu devotional music, bhajans, kirtan; nata yoga, Hindu devotional dance, Bharatnatyam, for example. And all of this stimulates the inner awakening, Kundalini yoga. So if we liken all of our classic yogas to the tree, we want to be a fully mature, blossoming, fruit-producing tree, which will always have roots, karma yoga, the trunk reaching up, bhakti yoga, branching out into the royal state of raja yoga, the flowering of the spirit, which includes the study of the chakras and the two hemispheres of the brain, culminating in the fruit of Jnana yoga, the fruit of enlightenment. So we always start with a good foundation, roots, karma yoga. In fact, in the Vedas, they use the word kanda instead of yoga. Kanda meaning root. Same analogy. Yoga to yoke, kanda, the roots which hold us together. So they would speak of karma kanda. Of course, the word yoga is there in the Rig Veda. Yoge samana parivam sapta shravato rato gat. Through living this Hindu yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle, all of the yogas, yoge, one finds within their body their tranquil nature and opens up the seven flowing rivers or the seven chakras. Yoge samana parivam sapta shravato rato gat. This is what it is to be a Hindu, again, from the Rig Veda. Hindu or Indu, doesn't matter if you use the H or not. Hindu samudra idiyarti vayubhir. With the support of our breath, we grab a hold of the cosmic ocean within. Remember, Indus is also a constellation. It's also an original homeland. The river valley becomes the people and their practices. Hindu, the religion today, Hinduism. So in life, we always want to logically keep strong roots, a strong foundation. That's what holds the tree of life up. And what happens when you take something from its roots? Does it not die? I.e. today's yoga, taking it from the roots of Hinduism. So it's got to be dead. Remember in the classic Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi told his disciple that you have strong roots. Your karate will be good if you have strong roots, a good foundation, just like the bonsai tree. So karma yoga must always be with us. Hindu ethics and selfless service, or seva. So within all religions, and certainly within the specific religion of Hinduism, Hindu Dharma, there are many codes of conduct. And one of the popular ones, though often very distorted, are the yamas and the niyamas, made famous by the Saiva Hindu guru Patanjali, where he codified a code of living that already existed within the Hindu Yoga Dharma into the classic yamas and niyamas. However, an honest read of the Yoga Sutras and Patanjali's yamas and niyamas clearly demonstrate that these were designed only for Hindu male renunciate yogis in training. That is why we have basically a modified code of the yamas and niyamas for all the rest of us. So let's look at the modified code. We use the Sanskrit word ahimsa, which is nonviolence. Doesn't mean we can't confront. It means we just don't get violent. We avoid anger. We try to discipline our desires. We avoid drunkenness, which means being drunk on anything. Food, money, power, sex, politics. We do not steal. We avoid evil company. We do not lie. We do not lust. And the niyamas, the things that we try to cultivate, the yamas are restraints, so niyamas are what we try to cultivate, being pure in body, mind, and speech. Seeking contentment, cultivating devotion, educating yourself, love your fellow person, be a giving person, be steadfast in hardship. These are a classic modern code of the yamas and niyamas. And again, the reason why Patanjali's code is so strict is we just have to look to, for example, in the yamas, brahmacharya pratishtayam virya labhyaha. When one is established labhyaha in celibacy, one attains manliness. So clearly this was for male celibates. This is not to be distorted into simply control of one's passions. Brahmacharya means absolute celibacy. And then aparigraha, the fifth of the yamas, is non-receiving, but very importantly, Patanjali meant this in the most severe way, because the true yogi is a renunciate. They're not taking anything from the outside. They've really given up the material life, material possessions. And it's clear from the definition of aparigraha, staire janma kathamta sambodhaha. The Saiva Hindu Guru Patanjali says, when you are established in this total renunciate state, you begin to perceive your past life. In other words, going so deeply within, one regresses, in a sense, into who they were in a previous lifetime. And then it gets even more severe in the niyamas under saucha, svanga jigupsa paraira samsargaha. Patanjali says something very shocking here, that true purity is gained when you have disgust, not only for the bodies of others, but your own body. Wow. In other words, he's forcing his chelas, his shishyas, to go so deep within that they transcend the fleshy body. And then he has to give a caveat here. Salmanasya ekagurindya jayatma darshana. Then you will get the true joy of the Atmana. This is the total renunciation. And then when it talks about devotion, Ishtadevata samprayogaha svadhyaya. The purpose of self-study, according to Guru Patanjali, is to connect samprayogaha to your Ishtadevata, which is a Hindu deity, a deva, a devi, Ishtadevata, your chosen or valued deity, which all Hindus have. However, since Patanjali was a Saiva Guru, he also told his students that they needed to be very devoted to Shiva. Otherwise, they would go to a Vaishnava Guru. So in Ishvara Pranidhana, Iva Samadhi, full devotion to Ishvara. And Ishvara is specifically here Shiva. It's not God. Remember, that's a Christian term. It's not just any deity from any other religion. And Ishvara here, he's talking about Shiva. Because remember, there's only three Ishvaras, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, Mahesh. And it's clear that he was a Saiva Hindu guru, so when he uses Ishvara or Maheshvara, he's talking about Shiva, which was the very reason for his birth, remember? That he wanted to see Nataraja dance, Nataraja. Hence he spent much time as a young man at the Chidambaram Shiva Nataraja temple in Tamil Nadu. So karma yoga has to be the emphasis. And how do we simply define karma yoga? Karma yoga is the Hindu understanding of the law of cause and effect, with the important caveat that it either retards or advances the realization of our Atmana. That's what makes it karma as opposed to simply cause and effect. It must have something to do with the covering or the uncovering of our Atmana within. Hence, good karma are those actions that help to reveal our inner essence, the Atmana. Bad karma are actions that retard or cover up the experience of Atma Darshana. So we always seek to do good karma. Again, back to the ethical codes of conduct, which are found in life in general, and certainly in all the religions of the world, because it just makes more sense to try and be an honest, ethical person and serve others. However, in serving others, there's something very important here. If we continue to serve someone who never gives in return or abuses our service, takes advantage of one, then it is actually bad karma to continue to serve such a person. This is what makes the spoiled child or the narcissistic adult, one who expects always to be served but never to serve others. So be very wary of this. Yes, the ideal is to serve others, but don't serve others who don't give in return, or you create bad karma for them and for you. So, we want to, in a daily basis, be doing all the yogas as a Hindu, just like the fully producing tree. We want to be doing karma yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga, jnana yoga, mantra yoga, japa yoga, nada yoga, natha yoga, kundalini yoga on a daily basis. However, we can look at other timetables. So in our life, when we're young, we may focus more on karma yoga. As we mature, more on bhakti yoga. Later, more into contemplations, raja yoga, to the state of enlightenment, jnana yoga. And also when we look at the yearly cycle of the seasons, we can equate the seasons with our 4 yogas. And again, though we want to do all of them all the time, for example, in the spring and the summer, we focus more on karma yoga, especially the summertime. This is the time to work, sweat. And look at the word karma. And when we write it in English, it has the word arm in there. Get to work. Don't be a lazy Hindu. Remember, if you're a lazy Hindu, you lose a 0 yoga, etc., etc., etc. So in the summertime, we focus on karma yoga. Everybody's working hard, getting ready for the harvest season in the fall, which is bhakti yoga season. That's when all of our utsavas begin, starting with Ganesh Chaturthi, and right on through, right into the winter season of Raja Yoga, when we literally go in more. So when we have Mahashivaratri, for example. And then in the springtime, we get the fruit of enlightenment, Jnana Yoga. And then the process starts all over again, Karma, Bhakti, Raja, Jnana. This is the way to Nirvana. Chariye Kariye Yoga Jnanam. This is the same as we just told you. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. How many times do we have to tell thee all of yoga is Sanatan Dharma? This is Hinduism. Watch your Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Oh, remember that was the threefold system in the Vedas. Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. And Upasana is beautiful because it shows the inseparability of the 3 yogas of Bhakti Yoga, Hatha Yoga, and Raja Yoga. Upasana, worshipful, meditation, and asana. Sthira Sukham Asana. So presently here, we're in the throes of summertime and the heat is on. So let's focus on karma yoga. And I'd like to read to you from our monthly newsletter that we send out to the members. Summer is karma yoga season, which prepares the way for the fall season of bhakti yoga. So let's think deeply about this foundational Hindu yoga. Karma yoga is the first yoga of the Hindu religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. Karma is the Hindu understanding of the law of cause and effect, whose actions either advance or retards one's realization of their Atmana. Basically, Karma Yoga are Hindu ethics and selfless service or seva. The basic rule is to serve others, and if we all adhere to this, everything works out fine. However, there are very selfish people who only want to be served and not return the favor. To continue to give or serve such self-absorbed individuals is to actually create bad karma for both parties. The spoiled child or immature narcissistic adult is a clear example of not knowing when to not give and serve, but rather to teach the child or the adult child the importance of serving others. We have many ethical codes within the Hindu Yoga Dharma. One of the most well-known are the yamas and niyamas made popular by the Saiva Hindu Guru Patanjali. However, Patanjali's code is very severe and only meant for Hindu male yogis in training. Therefore, we have a modified code, which all of you know. Ahimsa, avoid anger, discipline desire, do not steal, avoid evil company, do not lie, do not lust. Be pure in body, mind, and speech. Seek contentment, cultivate devotion, educate yourself, love your fellow person, be steadfast in hardship. So here's something interesting. Let's get to work and look at the suffix in English of tion. It literally means action. So Hindus, let's perform good karma or positive and healthy action. Notice the emphasis on the shun in all of these words. We can choose a positive action or a negative reaction. Or we can choose pro-action. Procrastination, however, creates a negative situation. A fascination with capitulation can create humiliation of an entire nation. A saturation of false information creates a delusional identification and confused accommodation. An inclination towards appropriation causes frustration and ultimate confrontation. Now let's look at positive. The stimulation of imagination. Imagination without manifestation is simply more procrastination. Imagination, however, can create dangerous innovation or a healthy creation. Be careful of idolization, which is a temptation and often results in an unhealthy relation. Therefore, continual education towards illumination. This is living the classical Hindu, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. Karma Bhakti Raja Jnana. Watch your karma. Do good karma. Turn up the heat. Namaste. Namaskaram Vanakkam. Namo Namaha. Jai Ganesha. Jai Hindu Yoga Dharma.